When I started learning piano, I did what everyone told me to do. I learned classical music, I practiced scales, I learned how to read notes, but even after 6 years of lessons, I still couldn't sit down and play a song. If you had asked me to play a happy birthday at a family gathering, I probably couldn't have done it. And that's because nobody explained one thing to me. Piano isn't really about notes, it's about chords. So in this video, I'm going to show you the simple chord system I wish somebody had shown me on day one, because once you understand this, you realize that hundreds of songs are built with the exact same handful of chords. And if you like to have the PDF version of this video to follow along, you can get it in the description for free. Alright, before I knew what I'm about to show you, whenever I heard a pianist play something like this, I would instantly start searching the internet trying to find the detailed sheet music for exactly what they played. I thought the secret was hidden somewhere in the notes and sheet music. So I'd spend hours looking for the transcription, buy the sheet music, print it out, and then spend weeks memorizing every single note. And sure, eventually I could play that one piece. But if you ask me to play it in another key, or create something similar on my own, or play a different song using the same ideas, I had absolutely no clue. What I didn't realize at the time was that the pianist wasn't thinking about hundreds of individual notes. They were thinking about chords, patterns, licks, and melodies. So everything changed when I discovered diatonic chords. I know that sounds like a scary theory word, but it's actually one of the simplest concepts in music. So if we start from the most basic scale, which is C major, we all have the white key here. We've probably all played that scale. But what you don't know about this is that from each of these notes, using only the notes of the scale, you can actually create chords. If I add a tract over each note right here, so you play a note, you skip one, you play a note, you skip one, you play a note, that gives us trichord. Like this. Now if we take a closer look to what I just played, we actually have diatonic chords. So this one is the root one, it's the first degree chord, which we call, and it's C major. If I move here, this one is actually a minor chord, it's the second degree chord, it's D minor. Then we have E minor for the third, F major for the 4, G major for the 5, A minor for the 6, B minor, flat 5 or half diminished for the 7th, and we're back right here. And those chords, if you only use the 7th chord I showed you, you mix them, you change them in different order, you can actually play a song with those chords. These are simply the chords that naturally belongs together in a key. And here's the crazy part. Most popular songs are built almost entirely from these chords. So now that you understand the concept behind the diatonic chords, I want to show you concrete songs that use the same diatonic chords. So now we can create a chord progression that is actually a group of chords that sounds good together. You've probably heard about the magic 4 chords, that you can only use 4 simple chords to play hundreds of songs. Well, that's exactly where they are coming from. So I want to show you 3 chord progression, the same 4 chords, but we're changing the order. They are all diatonic chords, and you're gonna see we have different songs using these chords. So the first chord progression is probably one of the most classic pop chord progression, and it's the 1, 5, 6, 4. You remember when I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the major scale? Let's use those chords that I created here within this chord progression. So we said 1, so the 1 is going to be C. Then we have 1, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need a chord starting from G. So that's going to be C going to G. Then I say minus 6, so 6 right here and back to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's F. So this chord progression is actually C, G, A minor, and F. Like this. It may be if I just play you already know the song I'm playing. This one was Let It Be by the Beatles, but there are so many songs using this. So we can think of With or Without You by U2 or Numb by Linkin Park, all using this chord progression, either for the entire song or some section of the song. Now let's look at the chord progression number 2. We keep the same chord. Remember we have 4 chords, but we're going to change the order. Now we're going to have minor 6, so the A minor, going to 4, that's F, going to C, that's the 1, and going to G, that's a 5. So 6, 4, 1, 5. And now we have new songs. We can think of All of Me by John Legend, Alone by Heart, Faded by Alan Walker, and so much more. So see, I use the same 4 chord, but since they're a diatonic chord, I changed the order and we have new songs. Let's do another one. We have the 4, the 1, the 5, and the 6. And this time we have new songs. For this one, we can think of The Judge by 21 Pilot or Try by Pink, What's My Age Again by Blink-182. So you see, there is tons of songs using the same chords, which is the same chord progression. So when I was a classical pianist, I would have spent weeks learning and memorizing the sheet music for all these 9 songs. But once you understand chords, you realize how you already know how to play them before you even look at a lead sheet. Now, how powerful is that? So now, instead of spending hours practicing single songs using detailed sheet music, you need to start focusing on those diatonic chords. The best way to do this is by picking those 4 chords and changing the order and transposing them in new scale. I promise you'll learn more about music doing that than memorizing another page of sheet music. And if you need more help to learn to play those chords, you'll need this video to really master them.